today. From Levi's Stadium in
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by a much-discussed third-rounder in last year's draft. The second-year pro out of Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder.
For a guy still in his second year in the NFL, this is obviously a big spot for him to try and fill. Able to engineer the victory in the wild-card round last weekend, that's got to give him confidence, and it's got to elevate the confidence of his teammates as well. But as he said after the win, things are only going to get tougher from there. He understands the situation he's in. He understands what's ahead of him in this one.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw it here, Ridder. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Hargrave. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Ridder will set up to throw it. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Ridder's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ridder. This is caught. It's Hardy. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It's the former... Number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Ridder now. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4 down, Terry?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was that backed up in their own territory, this defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Roll that on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Back to throw, Ritter. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ritter now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. Touchdown, Falcons. Deontay Hardy. 44 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. These two teams all tied after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch. There
he goes left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Purdy from the gun. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Ritter. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Now Moody for the PAT. It's good. is now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Falcons ready to take over. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Ritter's throw taken in by London. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Ritter. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Ritter with it after the play fake. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
Ritter to throw it.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Here is 3rd down and 4. Purdy looking to throw. And this incomplete. Oh, my. He might have been celebrating in the end zone if he'd held on. Nearly picked, but instead, it'll bring up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throw left side complete. That's Hardy. And this will move the chain Again, as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
2nd down and a yard. Ritter back to throw. Right back to Pitts again.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Clean it house, baby.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Ritter from the gun.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Final play of the half. Purdy
taking a shot for Samuel. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line.
He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing here, Purdy.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. That pass is caught by Hardy.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
Here's McLeod on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Going play action. Ritter.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Ritter able to get this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They'll look to throw again.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Ritter's throw taken in by Fitzpatrick.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners 16. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Here's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
2nd and short. Is it a no-brainer to think I give it to my fullback and I pick it up?
You would think a no-brainer, but that time able to hit him for a loss.
Yeah, definitely was not a gimme, was it?
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. Purdy now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Here comes Dortch on the return. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miles. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Smith. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Now that play stopped by Drake Jackson. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
This is Smith. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
3rd and short, Ritter.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Purdy off the play fake.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 16. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
So now Ritter and the Falcons
down 21-13. A minute 35 to go. This is where your playoff mettle is tested. On the road, needing a touchdown to stay alive as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
2nd and 6 coming up. Ritter looks to throw it.
And that'll be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now a 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd down and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
And he will have a Niners 1st down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the 2nd half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores, so, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they have.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy. That is incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, You would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Here's Ritter.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. Third down. Now Ritter.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
A final shot now for Ritter.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.